everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here then hi, my name is Sophie and welcome to my space on the internet. And today you join me for a very exciting video. I have wanted this palette for I don't know how long. It has been in my Beauty Bay wish list for months and months and months. But each time I go to buy it, I didn't have the heart to do it. I was like, no Sophie, you don't need another colour palette. But it was my birthday the other day and my amazing boyfriend bought me this palette. So here we are. Here is the beautiful BPerfect Carnival palette with Stacey Marie MUA, and oh my goodness, was it worth the wait. Obviously I kind of given it away, I'm already obsessed with this palette. Like, let me just, the colours, the like highlights, I can't even, like, it's a first impression. I basically already told you that I love it. But if you want to see it like any other video that I do with a palette for the first time, there's swatches in here. We're going to do this makeup look that's on my eyes right now, and then at the end you'll get my final thoughts on the palette, which I kind of already told you now, but I'm obsessed already, so super excited. Keep watching. So, like all videos where I use a palette for the first time, we are going to swatch every single colour in this beautiful palette, including the highlights. Obvi. This is the palette. So we're going to start by swatching the two highlighters in the shade Sinner and Saint, which are these two here. This one's Sinner and this one's Saint. As you can tell, I am very pale. Like, not just pale, very pale. So if I'm going to use these, I do have to use a light hand because they are a little bit too dark for me, but that's standard, I'm used to it. Most things are too dark for me, but they are very beautiful and shimmery. Here we have the first row of swatches, starting from this end here with the yellow one. This is Shuffle, Guilty, Hustle, Naked, Basic and Rowdy. So that's the first row of colours. Here is the second row of colours, starting from the bright pink here. We have Funky, Pink Me, Keen, Lit, Wifey and Hush. So here we have the next row, starting from this side. We have Foolish, Wasted, Queenie, Mint and Recharge, and then Sky at the end there. Here we have the last row of swatches, starting over here we have Liquor, Chant, Envy, Breezy, Moony and Mood. So there we have all the swatches of the Carnival palette, so without further ado, let's see this makeup look. Okay, so I have no idea how much battery this camera has, because I kind of left my charger at Tom's and I've been vlogging all weekend, so we'll see how long it lasts on this, but I will finish the video on my phone if this fails, if the quality switches halfway through, that is why. But we are taking the BPerfect Carnival palette by Stacey Marie and BPerfect. Super excited. I've gotten used to doing like one eye and then coming on camera and doing it, because then I like figured out what kind of eye look I'm doing, so it's weird doing it on camera to start with. Yeah, wish me luck. It's been a long time since we started with the eye on camera, but look how pretty it is. I'm gonna go for these tealy blue shades. I've not done a blue eyeshadow look in a while, so we're gonna go blue. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. Where to start? I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna take my Morphe 433 brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Envy, which is this shade here, and pack that on the outer corner. See what happens. Oh, hello. Pigment straight off the bat. Forgot to say I primed with the Pete Louise base, but would you expect anything else? Let's be honest. That is so pigmented. So I was not expecting that to be as pigmented as it is. Like, I've heard a lot of hype about this palette. You shall see. I'm now going to go into the shade Mood, which is this dark blue here, and I'm going to bring that to the inner corner outwards to make that teal green. That is so pigmented. You barely even need to like tap in this palette. Oh my god. I've got too much, if anything. I've got far too much now on my brush. I was not expecting that pigment though. Holy moly, that amount of pigment was not expected. Jeez. Now taking a teeny tiny brush, I'm going to go into the shade Sky and buff out the shade Mood, so that dark blue. Take that over the edge. Yeah, I was not expecting that amount of pigment. I like proper went in. And then back in with the brush that we did the shade Mood. And then taking a different little brush, I'm going to go into shade Mint here and use that to buff out Envy. Just taking a clean brush, I'm going to buff out all the outer edges. Honestly was not expecting that colour payoff. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not this. Oh wow, so this is what the lie is looking like so far. I'm obsessed. Whew. Was not expecting that to be like so pigmented. I know I keep saying it, but I was not expecting it. Like, mind blown with this palette. Thank you, Tom, very much for buying me this. So I'm now going to do a cut crease with the Pete Louise base. Take it on a little brush and I'm just going to cut the crease. I'm going to go into the shade Wifey and I'm going to pack that on to that cut crease that we've just done. And then just going in with the shade and the brush that we use for Envy and just blend over that edge. And then I go back in and do a second cut crease. And I'm now going to pack on the colour Wasted, where I did that second cut crease. Here is the eye so far. I'm going to pop off camera and do the rest of my face and I'll be back for the lower lash line and to finish off this look. Okie dokie, I'm back and I've done the majority of my face. I've done lower lash line on this side, now we're going to copy it onto this side. So I'm going to take the shade Moony, this white shade here, and highlight my brow bone with it. Just taking a little brush and going underneath my brow. Got a really cool gold reflex to it. It looks really cool. Then taking a little fluffy brush and just blending that into the edges of the eyeshadow. Next, just taking a teeny tiny little bullet brush and going into the shade Sky, which is this blue here, and I'm going to take that on the inner corner of our lower lash line. It does have a bit of fallout, so just be careful and just brush away the stuff that does fall out. That's expected, like you saw how pigmented they were earlier, like you're gonna get fallout, but that's fine. Taking the same teeny tiny brush and going into the shade Mint and putting that on the outer corner. Taking a thin flat brush, I'm just going to go into the shade Envy, which is the dark turquoisey shade, and I'm going to use that to connect up to the wing of the eyeshadow. Bring it right under. Next I'm going into the shade Moony again, which is this white holographic one here, and I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. Tying it up to that brow highlight that we used with it as well. So next I'm going to use one of the highlights in the palette. I'm going to use a light hand because I am very fair, so both of them will technically be too dark for me, but if I use a light hand I'm hoping for the best. So I'm just taking this little fluffy brush from my Jeffree Star Morphe thing, and I'm going to go into this one here with a light hand. And on my forehead as well. Pretty. So that is a look so far. I'm going to pop off camera and I'll be back when I look a little bit more presentable with the finished look. I am back and I look less like a hot mess. I just curled my hair, put some mascara on, some lip gloss on, and this is the finished eyeshadow look. It's a super pretty teal blue smoky eye with a purple and pink cut crease, and yeah, my thoughts. If you couldn't already tell, I love this palette, and my goodness, was it worth the wait. Like, stunning, 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 stunning. Like, I showed you the swatches, like, you already know the colour selection is beautiful. You see my reaction when I first used the colours. They're so pigmented, so easy to blend, and yeah, I'm so sad that I waited so long to get it, because I could have been doing amazing colourful looks for months now. But I was just a chicken each time. I was like, oh no, don't need another coloured palette, but you do. If that's going through your head every time you go and buy this palette, you don't need another one, you need this one. Like, you need it. I can't express how much you need this palette. It's beautiful. I know she's just released a new one coming out with a bit more of a selection of colours, with some of the OG colours and some, but I'm just going to stick with this one for a while, so hope you look forward to lots of colourful looks with this bad boy. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. My name's Sophie. I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment and find me on my socials, Instagram, Twitter, they're all linked down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day. It's so pretty. I'm literally just gonna sit here swatching it and like thinking of makeup looks I can do with this palette, because it's that pretty. Like, I keep having to show you because I just don't think you understand how pretty this palette is. Thank you, Tom. I actually am going.